Good morning. Morning. How's everybody doing? Uh, it is the 23rd of April. What do we got? Well, market's kind of paused out a little bit here. Futures are kind of stalled out. All right, so we poked the bear yesterday. All right, trying to go back up to these all-time highs. We got what 7-11-21. All right, on the that's where we closed 7-11-21. We got all the way up to 7-12-39. That was last week's highs. All right, so we're chasing it down here. All right, but a little bit of a pause coming back inside here. So holding up well, guys. Holding up well. 7,400. 7,400 for me on the SPX before this whole brigado maybe comes back in a little bit. All right, but doesn't look like anything changing right now. All right, so QQQ, same thing here. Kind of pause out a little bit, starting to pull off. All right, we got up to 655.11. High on the month, high of ever, I guess, 655.33 here. All right, so continuation to the upside, but you got a little bit of a pullback coming back here this morning. All right. So again, I think they poked the bear a little bit there yesterday, and that's the reason why now they kind of a little weaker. All right. Diamonds are showing some muscle though early, and I tell you, sometimes when the diamonds show it to you early, and it doesn't really follow through a lot. But a little bit better here. Trying to come back down a little bit, 492.75. We're a 3-1 inside, and 496.26. All right, so 492.73. We're gonna be stuck inside that one still. All right, so we're gonna still be stuck inside this 3-1. All right. We could expand either way here. I don't know. uh, the XLI really kind of turned the corner there yesterday, and it's spotty. I can't tell what's going on out here. I can't even tell what's going on over there. All right, so 170.104. I guess this is the latest mark, so 170.150. I don't see it trading there. I see it trading at 171.09. All right, so we'll see if the industrials can get it by. The discretionaries are definitely a little bit stronger too, but the 3-2 in on your daily pattern here. So again, we make new highs or we don't, but we get damn well close. All right, and then they back off a little bit, so we'll see what brings that. So what do we got this morning? I'm in this Netflix. Netflix announced a buyback, so they're going to buy some shares back. That's what's given this little bump this morning. I would wait to see how that holds up today. All right, this thing seems to keep falling out and going back down to that 93 number. So trading it is closed at 93.24. They got it up at 94.35. They got it up about $1 higher right now. Again, I'm in there around 93 and change. So we'll see what happens. I think probably triangle out some more back down to the downside before Netflix. Just not ready to go right now, especially with the market kind of pulling back a little bit, just a tad too, not too much. All right, so Netflix, you got that. We got Now Service Now. This Service Now is taking a hit, man. Closed at 103.07 on your Now. That's a miss on earnings here. All right, now trying to fight back in here on the overnight. It's kind of just better if we just take a picture of that overnight and see what's really cooking there. That's the move to the downside, and it looks like we're seeming to hold here around this 88.27, but probably going to be moving around here on the opening for sure. All right, so Service Now, you got a move coming down here if you're long it. That's not good. But 2-2 here. We'll see if anything gets better with that. Okay. Service Now down $12.75, almost down 12%. All right, so taking a hit on there. I wanted to show you something. I guess there was a spike in the crude overnight. I don't know which one it was, but some kind of crazy move went down with the crude. It might have been this move to the upside here. Uh, Spiked up to 95.63. I thought it was a little bit more dramatic than that. All right, so this got pushed up. It was a bogus call. Crapper back down here. Now tries to get going and starting to come back down again. All right, so we'll see if anything comes of that. All right, crude is down. It's down 12 cents. There's nothing going on. All right, but there was a little bit of a spike there on the overnight. So there you go. If you want to trade the overnights, it's a real hoot. You can really get yourself into some trouble on that business. All right. What else we got this morning? We got IBM. Another one. Not really a miss, but guidance, guys. We talk about that. So IBM closes at 251.86. We're down to 232 and change. Let's pull that up on the overnight and see what's been chopping around. My mama told me you better chop around. All right, so coming back inside here. Right, we'll see what happens. If seems like she's holding around this area at 231. All right, we'll see if we can hold up from there. See if IBM can get. It's going to be a day downer, guys. So 232 to the downside. We got a pretty good move here to the downside on IBM. Puker down. Okay, IBM. Texas Instruments. That was a. Texas Instrument was a win, big time too. All right, 232. Finished the day with stuck in the middle here. Not much to talk about what was going on there on the day. Quarters up, nice. Month is really, really nice, and we got some expansion today. All right, 256. All right, so we're gonna be up about $20 higher here on your Texas Instruments. Trading at $265. All right, I believe we're going into all-time highs there as well. 265 gapper up to the upside. Texas Instruments is better this morning. Okay, so IBM was a beat. And we talked about the elephant in the room, Tesla. All right, so Tesla. 375 right now. It popped up really nice. Got up to 406.38 on the overnight. It was up here when it first came out. 406.77. That was the high. Never really came back. Starting to firm up around this 374 area. We'll wait and see. Just really not good guidance. Their revenue was a miss. Their earnings were good. All right, so they hit their earnings number, but they couldn't do anything else with it. All right, so it's going to be a 3-day thing. All right, this is going to be a gapper down here. It's not that horrible. All right, at 375 right now. All right, but you're going to get that gapper down to here, in here, and then we'll wait and see. That's definitely a 3-dayer. Wait that one out. We'll see if Tesla can start to firm out. I think it's going to take longer for Tesla to get where it wants to be right now. I probably see Tesla more going into the fall before we start to get any real something substantial before that. Now it could happen earlier than that, but they got. I think it's just going to be a timing thing, all right? So sit tight with Tesla. You know it's going to go back up, all right? But for right now, she's just kind of like going to be rowing the boat here, all right? So we'll see what happens with that. What else here? Oh, my Siri baby, you just keep going here. Higher this morning now again on Siri Satellite. this thing has just been great for me. I'm hoping that you guys are joining the party. 2866 again now to the upside. All right, so serious, no reason to be out. All right, stay in this trade. Continuation to the upside. We got this pivot machine gun on the month. As on the quarter. I'm sorry you can't see that, but pull it up on your quarter and take a look at it. All right. All right. So Sirius Satellite higher this morning again. That whole group is not that great. I found another one here. SPNT is another one you can kind of follow. This one as spent, and it's been spent. Spent again. All right, this one's kind of tied in with Sirius Satellite, so watch that one too. You can watch that one, SPNT. All right, that one's pretty decent too. That one seems to be holding up pretty well. So we talked about Netflix. We know what's going on there. Probably going to drop back down to that 93 area. We'll see what happens, I'll tell you. It's like everybody's getting their turn, right? Microsoft got its turn, right? It did it, right? Microsoft did it. It got its turn. Who else got their turn? Well, let's just go. I'm going to just go through them. I think Apple is getting his now. All right, Apple's starting to move now. All right, if I knew the symbol, it would be awesome. All right, Apple's starting to do its thing now. It should go out and take the 2-month out, go back up to 288. It's moving. It's moving. After yesterday, I was really convinced that yes, this thing is hot as hell right now. Microsoft. I mean, look what Microsoft got up to 430. Microsoft MSFT. All right. I mean, look at it. Made that move, man. Made that move to the upside. And look at just coming off that daily with the two done. It had to move up. This was the place to get back in. Okay. And then it's 2-2 back up. Probably even more in the tank here with Microsoft. All right. But Apple, I think it's getting its turn. Google, no. No. You asked me that. No, it's already done it all. Maybe it can stretch up and get back up to $350. I'd be a little cautious there. All right, Meta. That whole group, man, that communications group. I see Charter's better this morning here. Another one with this kind of just can't really, it looks exactly like that Microsoft where that 2-2 went back up. So this was the 2-2 day pullback. You are better this morning here at 667. But you're not taking anything out by any stretch. Yesterday's highs were $678. We're moving the other way here this morning, back down to 667. So it looks like we're going to be taking another day down. Look for Meta maybe to come back in. I don't like this Meta, and I don't really know why, but just not my favorite right now on the Mag 7. All right. Amazon's got to get his, right? I mean, it would only be right. There's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of guys that have been checking around on these 215 puts, and they're looking out as far as October. So they're buying themselves a lot of time. But the minute you buy that put, you're losing time. So Amazon, give me that 2-2 back up again today. I think there's more in the tank for this thing. It has taken all this out. So now the only thing you can go for is the highs. And that's probably going to be a little bit more difficult just because you're going to the all-time highs. But I think Amazon's got a little bit more room here. Buy this one on dips if it comes back in. All right. Again, I know there's a lot of people out there talking about those 215 puts. I like them. I don't know if I want to be all the way out to October on them, but I could maybe see going out to potentially August on them. I like this move up. I'm going to watch those 215 puts. If we get a really nice rally push to the upside, we're going to be looking for some puts, okay? But for right now, I'm going to just let Amazon do its thing, all right? It probably goes a little better here. I'm looking for a 2-2 day up again. Apple, I think you're in it. Don't get out. Stay in Apple. I didn't get in Apple. I don't know if I want to get in up here. All right. It's a flip of a coin on that one. All right. Target's a little better this morning. Walmart's better this morning, back up to 130, but she's not really expanding. And let's look at more importantly, let's look at the diamonds. All right. So XLI, I showed you that chart last night. I'm going to show you that chart again. We'll take a look at that, and I'm gonna close it up with that. All right, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Okay, here they are. Here they is. All right, coming back up now. Showing you the little turnaround that was starting to occur yesterday. Healthcare. I just don't know. I think healthcare is screwed forever. I really do, man. There's no effort by the government trying to really button up this healthcare problem, and just don't get sick, man. Don't get sick. All right, stay healthy. Don't get sick. That's all I can say. All right, XLI Industrial's a little bit better here now. All right, so we'll see if they can turn that into a day. We'll see. All right. Again, with the pause in the market here, and I'm seeing some exhaustion risk all over the place on the futures. So wait and see what kind of pullback we get this morning, and we'll keep an eye out. It might take an hour, it might take an hour and a half before we start to even see anything right now. All right. So sit tight. Boeing going higher. Okay. Probably going to crap out again. Probably going to break back down to that 222 area. It might. But if it is, you want to be knocking on that door when it gets there. All right. Keep an eye on that one. Roblox. It just continues to chop. It doesn't want to do anything. Just be patient with Roblox. All right, so XRT Retail trying to turn the corner here. XLI, so a little bit better. I'm seeing a big green bar here. That's all I'm seeing. XLP on your there's a couple names that were out this morning that are in my gapper list. I hope you go and check that out on my Twitter. I got that now on there. I got that Texas Instruments. I got that IBM. I got that Tesla's. All right. So XLI. All right. And here's your tech inside. You got kind of a mixed bag on tech now, but one that I can say that I think I'm going to close that bar out. As you see, XLK inside, right? XHB, this is home builders, doesn't never tell you anything. All right, XLV, here's your healthcare. I don't know when it's going to get better, ever. Banks, where's my banks at? Where's my bank, bro? All right. XLF, that's one of the things we say in the office here a lot. XLF coming back down a little bit on the banks, coming back down at the bank, bro. All right, so bring that down. We'll go back up to here. All right, and we'll finish up here. All right, so I love this Anna. Keep an eye on this one. Is a great trader. She's puking down again here. 360. All right, you get her at 360. You buy up at 360. All right, couple little guys there. All right, Jenny. Jenny. She fell apart again. So I like it. I like it because she made the move up to the upside. She tried to she got all the way up to 501. She pulls. I think this is getting better. I think you get Jenny back inside here and we start to get the bed. Now, that's in your discretionary group. All right, so XLY, that's what we're looking at here. A little bit better this morning here. And you know what discretionaries are. Chipotle Mexican Grill. Down, trying to fight back up. McDonald's, anything that you choose to go to, 2-2 back up on that. Getting a little movement here on McDonald's coming back up. All right, this has been crapped out big time to the downside. Looking for a reversal on this, potentially coming back up. Those discretionaries, they ran up real fast when the markets started to recover quickly, and then they fell off. And this is where the pull-off comes back. All right, and we were watching that Starbucks too, and that thing fell apart as well. Oh, say that. Nope. I'm 2-2 back up today. All right, Starbucks 99.60. Not horrible on this thing right now. You're inside on them on the quarter. You're stuck inside month. And guess what? The month is coming to an end sooner than you think, my friend. All right, so we got today. We got 6 days. 6 days left in this month. Oh, Jesus. All right. All right. So tech, Marvel continues to move to the upside. Probably going to go expand even further from here, but look for a pullback. Micron, same thing. It's made a nice move yesterday. Can it give us another one today? Trading at 481 right now. She closed at 487.48. Got through. So gonna be inside day here. All right. Tech is pushed pretty good. Cisco just cannot get its act together at all. I just don't know what is going on with Cisco. She gets going, she stalls out. She gets going, she stalls out. There's red everywhere. I don't know what to say about Cisco. I'm at wit's end with them. All right, I really am with the stock. It's just not doing it for me, man. All right, satellite stocks are pretty quiet. The nuclears have been really moving nice here. Oklo back up now. All right, back to $72, guys. We were down there at 40-something dollars. We were watching it closely. I made a little bit of money in there. I got chopped up. As you see, this was a chopping tough. This was a hard place to hold on to stock down here. All right. But I hope somebody got something down here. All right. We talked about those. And I mean, look at yesterday's day. All right. So I could see this thing going right back up to 100. I still think that trade is way too far out. That's 20, 35, 36 before any of these nuclear reactors are even built. So sit tight on those. They will regurgitate and come back down as well too. All right. So that's it. I like Netflix a lot. If you get it back out into 93, I say buy some. Apple, the trade's good. It's moving higher. If I like Amazon and Apple. I just said it in the Mag 7. I'm a Lag 7 guy, but I do like Apple right now, and I do like Amazon. I think they both do better again today. All right. Watch the staples. See what's going on. Boeing is strong. We'll see if IBM and Now can get out of their hole that they're into this morning. We're going to keep an eye on that. All right. So all on that, everybody, have a wonderful day. Trade smart. All right, watch your charts, and we'll see what happens today. I'll try to get out during the day, so I will do the best I can. Be good.